So you just got your real estate license and you are stoked, you're amped to really get out there into the marketplace and start doing some work. But as you start to really get the reps in, you find out very, very quickly that you really don't know where to start. Look, it's a common problem that all realtors face, especially new ones. It's typically where they get their license, they hop into a brokerage, they go through some trainings, and then they start trying to really make a name for themselves in this real estate industry. And then, they want to get out there and close some deals. However, what they quickly realize is without really having a solid starting point of really who you are and how you want to position yourself in the marketplace, you end up really just reaching out to your sphere and, which is probably your phone book and maybe your Facebook friends and, asking them if they need help in real estate, but that only gets you so far. And after that, what typically happens is you end up resorting to really what your brokerage, or really most brokerages, preach and teach, which is this whole outbound marketing strategy of cold calling and door knocking and prospecting with postcards to really, put yourself out there to try to bring in some fresh meat. However, what really makes that different from every other new agent that just got their license? How the heck are you gonna stand out? Emmanuel here, and in today's video, I want to break down this concept of generalist versus specialist and really take a deep dive into helping you develop your USP, which is your unique selling proposition. All right, this is going to be some good stuff. Let's go. What is up there, fam? Emmanuel here, back again, founder and brand strategist over at Square One Group, where really our mission is to help realtors develop a unique brand for themselves online. And I am back again to really pick up from the conversation I left off in the last video of this series, where really today I want to take a little bit more of a deep dive into the USP, or the unique selling proposition. Now, I'm kicking off today's video with really the expectation that you've already defined your mission, or really your purpose of being, as well as your vision and your core values. But if you have not done that yet, make sure you click to that video, complete the exercises. The link is going to be up here somewhere. Yep, over here somewhere. But yeah, go ahead, click that video, watch it, complete the exercises, and then it'll kind of really give you an on-ramp to what I'm about to discuss with you today. So the idea here is that when you're hopping into your real estate career as a brand new agent, you're really given some training, likely from your brokerage, on really how to capture and bring in some new prospects. The problem is that the training that they're giving you is essentially the exact same training that they give everybody else in the brokerage. And at the end of the day, this is just basic tactical execution, but what they're missing and what you're missing is really your ability to stand out from everybody else. You have to remember that at its core, a brokerage is no more than an ancillary piece to your business to really help you run it. They're not going to give you the strategy. They're not going to help you develop your USP. That, my friends, is going to be something that you're going to have to do yourself. By the way, as of the recording of this video, which is now April 2021, I want you to remember this number, 1.45 million, all right? It's a huge number, 1.45 million, 1,450,000, and that number signifies really, at the end of the day, the amount of competition that you are up against. Now I challenge you, really, leave it in the comment section below. What other industry has 1.4 million competitors vying for the same type of customer in the marketplace? Now, my goal for today's video is really part one of a two-part kind of joint video venture for this month and next month, where I really want to help take a deep dive into helping you trying to identify your USP, or unique selling proposition, so you really know how to compete against those 1.4 million realtors that you're up against. But you guys know the deal. Before I get into it, please make sure you click the like button, the subscribe button, the bell icon. Get notified whenever we post awesome videos just like this one. Go ahead. I'll give you a sec. Go ahead and click that button. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So before I get into really taking a deep dive into the USP, or unique selling proposition, that you really need to start trying to figure out and develop, I first want to help you visualize really how your real estate career is going to play out. Yeah, I know it's a bold statement, but look, I am no fortune teller. Let me set that off the bat right now. I just have worked with a lot of agents, and when you do enough of these reps, you start to see a lot of sequences and threads and commonalities and trends. You know what? Let me break it down for you. Let me hop into my iPad real quick and really show you how your real estate career is potentially going to pan out. Oh, but by the way, I just want to preface this by saying that what I'm about to explain to you, it's probably going to apply to about 95% of you. Yes, there is going to be a small percentage of you that are the edge case, that are the outliers. But the reality is, at the end of the day, many of you are going to be following this exact same trajectory in your real estate career. So I want to really kind of lay out things to come so that you can better strategize as you start to move forward in your career. All right, iPad, let's go. Okay, so what you are looking at now is really the first glimpse for many of you of what essentially is a sales funnel. This is going to be the backbone, the fundamental key component of how you need to understand how to run your business. Now, just as a heads up, I'm going to go on a whole deeper dive into the sales funnel to really help you understand that in a future installment of the series. But for right now, I just want to give you a quick glimpse to really kind of help you understand what you're in for in the foreseeable future. All right, now to break down the sales funnel, it's really made up of 4 main components. You have the client down here, you have the hot lead, the warm lead, and the cold lead. Now, for the vast majority of you, you're really going to be starting off your business dealing with hot leads or really hot prospects, really this section down here. And to help you understand who exactly the hot lead or the hot prospect is, it's typically someone that already trusts you. It's more than likely someone that's within your sphere. Another way I like to articulate who the hot lead is essentially your friends or family. And really, you'll find that part of the reason why you're able to convert hot leads fairly quickly in your real estate business as you really get your license, it's simply because, your relationship with your friends and your family has vastly outlasted your real estate career. These people trust you and you're willing to support you and really, throw some business your way. But the reality is most agents actually end up getting stuck. They end up stopping at this part here because they're not really able to identify or really nurture the people that fall into the warm lead part of the funnel. Now, to quickly explain who the warm leads are, you can kind of consider them the friends of a friend or maybe the acquaintance. But another way to really easily simplify it is these people are referrals. And for many of you that have not dealt with referrals yet, or maybe for some of you that have, you kind of understand what to expect. These people were probably referred to you by a friend because your name came up in a conversation and your friend told them to reach out to you, and now you kind of have to have a conversation with them so that you can try to really convert them into a hot lead or essentially turn them into a friend yourself, and then eventually turn them into a client. And for many of you, your career in real estate might actually stop there as well. Trying to get over the hump from the referral side to actually success with cold leads is going to be a very difficult jump. And, truth be told, it's not an easy jump. So I just want to prepare you for what to expect. All right, now we have the cold leads. And the thing with the cold leads is that they typically know that they have a problem, but don't know who the heck you are. And the easy way to think about who a cold lead is it's pretty easy. These are the people from like Facebook ads or cold calls. You probably talked to them or you probably said something or mentioned something in some marketing that pulled on an emotional string, and they kind of just want to learn a little bit more about you. Now, once you're able to actually capture this cold lead, then you have to go through this exact same process that you did with the warm lead, where you're now going to have to convert this cold lead into a warm lead, and then eventually this warm lead into a hot lead, and then of course this hot lead into a client. All right, now it's time for me to have a quick heart-to-heart, some real talk with you guys. I'd like to quote author, entrepreneur, and host of the popular podcast, Entrepreneurs on Fire, John Lee Dumas. In his last book, there's this quote that he mentioned. It reads, "When you try to resonate with everyone, you will resonate with no one." And the premise behind this is actually pretty simple. If you try to make your marketing message too broad without really having the capacity to sustain that message on a regular basis to really that large of a group of people, you're gonna find that it's gonna be very difficult for you to succeed or even stand out in the marketplace against these 1.4 million other competitors. So instead, please allow me to introduce another concept to you. This concept is the generalist versus the specialist. Now, the idea behind this is actually pretty simple. The person that garners the most authority in the marketplace is considered more of a commodity than a novelty, and they're typically seen as the expert. Also, the average customer would prefer to work with a specialist versus a generalist. Here is a really great example. Let's say that you're about to have brain surgery, all right? And in this process of you about to have brain surgery, would you prefer to have brain surgery done to you by a general surgeon or someone that specializes in brain surgery? Another great example of this is, let's say you're trying to construct a home on a hillside. Would you prefer to work with a general contractor or really prefer to hire someone to construct this home because they specialize in hillside construction? Look, I can go on and on, but I hope you're starting to understand the big picture in this. If you really want to stand out in the marketplace, you first need to specialize before you can consider generalizing. Now, I know what many of you are thinking. You don't want to corner yourself into this small little pocket right off the bat. Well, look, I challenge you to think different. All right, let's hop back into the sales funnel slides real quick and let me explain to you why. For the vast majority of you guys are probably going to be conducting your real estate business, and then it's really going to end with friends and family. And if that's really what your goal is, if that's what your mission is, if you only want to help friends and family, then, skip to the end of this video. This video probably isn't for you. But for the vast majority of you that want a long-term career in real estate, you're going to have to realize and trust that you need to start specializing versus really being a generalist. And really, it boils down to the cold part and the middle part of the funnel. Here, you see the people that you're going to be talking to in this part of the funnel, typically, they don't have a pre-existing relationship with you. They don't really know who you are. They know that you maybe work in real estate, but that at the end of the day is it. Now, granted, you may be able to convert some of the warm leads just based off of sheer charisma or really the power of the friend or acquaintance that referred you. But if you're talking about cold leads, look, at the end of the day, these people are the hardest to convert. And if you're just presenting someone or something very general to the marketplace, you're not specializing at all. You're just another commodity. So there might be an edge case where you're able to convert the warm leads, and that's simply based off of really the power of the relationship with the friend or acquaintance that referred you, plus your sheer charisma. Yes, that is, you do have the capabilities of doing that. But if we're going to talk about really the big picture, the vast majority of you that are going to be cold prospecting, look, they're going to be looking at you, and if you're not presenting something unique to the marketplace, if you're not presenting some sort of unique proposition that is a solution to their problem, they will, at the end of the day, look at you as more of a novelty instead of a commodity. And this is part of the reason why we're kind of kicking off the theory part of the conversation, and we're going to get into actual execution in the next video for your USP. But really, the theory part of today's conversation, all about trying to define your unique selling proposition through being a specialist versus a generalist. So Russell Brunson, the creator of ClickFunnels, has a simple ideology. That is to dig 3 levels deep. And really, that's where you're going to find your sweet spot in specialization. Now, why am I explaining this to you? It really boils down to the principle of these 3 words: proof of concept. You see, these 3 words are prevailing in every other business, yet in real estate, it's really just not mentioned enough. And part of the reason why I guarantee many of the 1.4 million realtors are going to fail, or really just have a very hard time finding momentum, is because they're generalizing and they're not able to provide a proof of concept for what they're trying to offer to the marketplace. You see, when you narrow down and you get very specific, it really makes it that much easier for you to create a proof of concept and test a proof of concept to make sure that it works. And then from there, once you have done the reps, 2 things are gonna happen. Either 1, it's not gonna work, you're gonna fail, and then you're gonna have to tweak your proof of concept a little bit until you can get something that works, where you can find the right niche or pocket to live in so you can find success. Or B, it's gonna work And then from there, you can start slowly expanding your realm of expertise to other kind of, different niches. Look, I hope this is making sense to you. I know I'm going pretty abstract right now. By the way, I'm sorry if you're looking for a worksheet in this video. I hate to tell this to you, but it's actually gonna be in the next one. So go ahead, click that bell icon so we can notify you when I'm dropping that next video. Really, my goal for this training is to really prime you to help you start understanding why you're gonna need to start developing some sort of USP or unique selling proposition in the marketplace. As we move into the next video, we're gonna start drilling down and really try to help you identify and synthesize what exactly your USP is. By the way, if you enjoyed this conversation, then I highly recommend that we continue the conversation. Please join our free Square One Facebook group where we talk all things about real estate digital marketing, brand strategy, and all that fun stuff. Leaving the link in the description below, and I hope to catch you there. All right, I hope you guys found some value in this video, but in any case, thank you so much for sticking around to the end. I look forward to continuing the conversation, but till the next video, have an amazing day, and I will catch you later. Bye-bye.